Hey, it's been a while. I've just been busy in a job transition, but I needed to do some major cleaning and resetting for the plants. I like to throw a record on. Obviously, I can't play the record that I'm playing, otherwise, this video would get copyrighted. But if you want to know, I was listening to Bill Evans' Trio, A Portrait in Jazz. Very classic, very straightforward, easy to find album. But when I'm doing a reset like this for late fall, I just like to clean surfaces and I do the floors and I just pick up, put stuff away that's been sitting out for a while, and yeah, just get a good reset in. My favorite furniture piece that we have is this coffee table. I set it up kind of weird. I thought it was funny. It looked like planets or something. This window unit has been here. I talked about it in a recent video, but the maintenance guy put it in when our central air went out for a little bit. And so that combined with this fan, this corner just got so crazy, and I've had all my plants in this corner. So I decided to take the window unit out and put it in my studio. So at this point, the outside was crazy. We had had so many storms and just so much rain this summer that I felt so behind on everything. But this is the status of everything. I see a cucumber. I got some strawberries. I got some green peppers. I've gotten like about 6 or 7, and then a bunch of jalapenos. The jalapenos have done the best out of everything, surprisingly. I should have put these in grow bags, but I just had them in this little bed situation. And then the mint and basil also did great through the storms. This was what I built in a previous video to keep squirrels away from my tomato plants. So I broke that down because obviously I didn't need that anymore. The tomato plants just didn't make it through the summer, unfortunately. And then I took the greenhouse, I took the tarp off and I sprayed it down because my plan was to put it inside. And it had a bunch of spider webs and stuff on it, so I wanted to spray it down. Essentially, what I'm doing is replacing my grow tent for marijuana in my studio with that. And that's also a pot I found at my local community garden. They just had a bunch of free pots, and that was one of them. And I actually liked it, so I grabbed it. And I just wiped down the greenhouse racks. It's not the prettiest thing. I'm pretty against metro racks at this point in my life. I just had them so much growing up, but it's gonna serve its purpose for now. And then I just swept up. So much debris was on the deck from all the storms we had this summer. One of the problems the tomato plants were having was like, for some reason, I put a lot of drainage holes in this bed, but I drilled some more because it seemed like the soil was having a hard time draining. And then for fall, I'm doing Jo Choi, which is, a variant of bok choy. I've actually, at this point of recording this video, already picked some of it, and I had it. Actually, we made dinner last night. We made soup, and I put some in there, and it was very yummy. Another thing I got for fall was Swiss chard. And I kind of just took the Swiss chard and put it in various grow bags. They're kind of, a couple of them are doubled up and they're kind of just all over the place. But this is what everything looks like together now that I cleaned up and broke everything down. Looks much better. My partner picked out this pot. I wouldn't normally, I do think it's cute, but I wouldn't normally get something like this. But they picked out this pot because they also picked out this succulent when I was watching a plant auction. They were like, "Oh, those are cute," and I was like, "Oh, I'll just get it for you." It was like $10. So, anyways, I told them they could pick out the pot. It did start raining at this point, so that is a new euphorbia that I got, and I repotted. I was gonna do a whole video segment of me repotting stuff, but it actively is raining at this part, and then it continues raining harder. So I just wanted to repot everything really fast and get inside. Look at this root system also. It is amazing. I love the way it looks. It's so strong and just looks so wicked and cool. Okay, I'm just gonna show you guys, we're having a cleaning day and it's been crazy, but this is most of the grow tent, the components, that is like the tent itself. That's where the tent was. Gonna clean everything up and put the rack there and get this area looking nice. We're just having a big clean day and it's just a huge mess right now, so hopefully I can get it looking good. So yeah, it's about a week later after I got everything inside because it just started raining so hard and I had done so much that day, I decided to call it. And so this is inside my studio and I wanted to finally set up this bookshelf to look a little cooler. I hadn't done much with it. You can see there's a bonsai and my desert rose sprout that's maybe like 3 months old now? 3, 4 months, I think. But my idea originally when I got this bookshelf and what I ended up doing here is mixing some of my plants that I think are prettier and have like a bit of a prettier presentation with some of my sort of diorama nerdy stuff. I make dioramas in my free time. So I just want to do a mix of that. Is one of my like fantasy RPG village kind of dioramas I did. And this is what everything looks like together just in the corner now, opposed to how it looked before. So I made this kind of just like a general fantasy one. Got some stuff going on there. And that's another diorama. I'm going to add more stuff to that shelf. And then these are all my desert trees, most of them from like areas like South Africa that kind of need this similar thing going, that I all recently got them in transit. So they're kind of all recovering. And then my philodendron. And then I made the lower shelves just more storage. I have another area for storage. And then the dog bed, because I like to hang out in this corner while I'm playing video games. So, and there's Bernie. And that's going to be it for this video. Thanks so much for hanging out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.